Hi. Hi. I'm in the latest update of No Man's Sky 6.0.0000001, and so far, technically, we still have this square pattern here. Resolution has not much improved, but it's not much worse. Aliasing is a bit better and a bit worse. I think during daylight the grass is not so jittery anymore, but I have to check that. But what I'm currently observing is that this rim effect, this fringe that was around these objects against the sky, seems to have improved. I don't see it there anymore, or not so strongly, and I don't see it there anymore, or not so strongly. It seems to be more like a rim light effect on purpose than a bug. So that's quite nice actually. And frame rate is a bit all over the place. Sometimes it's great, sometimes it's not so great. This is the base PlayStation 5, by the way. So we still have the aliasing on the water when there are reflections, like you can see there from the crystals there. And then there's this effect here. I don't know what this is. This bluish dotted stuff that goes away when I'm coming close, and we have during daytime still problems with the shadows. Yeah, they still have this vertical stripe artifacting. But the closer you get to the reflections and to the water, the better it actually gets. It might also be related to the resolution, because the resolution is probably not the best on PlayStation 5 base model. But nonetheless, it's looking nice. I don't know why the foam is over there and not here where the actual beach is, because normally you'd suspect that the foam is built around the beach, but I don't know. And I also have found a few bugs with controls. Sometimes they just don't work and are flipped or are doubled or whatever, but it seems to be like a minor thing to fix after all they've done so far to this game. Crystals underwater, oh, this looks great. I mean, that's always a great feeling. But swim mechanics are not implemented yet, like in Hubris, for example. So you use the control sticks to go up and down, or the booster underwater. But I didn't see any bubbles behind me, so the booster doesn't seem to make bubbles, but maybe somebody can tell me if the booster makes bubbles. Glowfish, very nice. Yeah, it's looking really pretty underwater. Can't really complain about that here. The whole water effect is pretty nice. And yeah, the closer you get to the crystals, you see the reflections on the surface are pretty neat. I mean, that looks really good. All in all, this is really amazing looking. Minor technical issues aside, this is really great. One of the best experiences you can have on PlayStation VR2. Look at that, those whatever animals, plants. Here the frame rate is a bit juddering, but I guess that's why you have a PlayStation Pro, right? Which I don't have. So I'm trying to get out of the water here. Also, the wave building is also pretty good. I like it, especially when you fly with your spaceship across the water surface. You see that it's correctly displaced reacting to the thrusters of the spaceship and stuff like that. So this is really really nice here. For some strange reason I can't make my run button work. I already remapped it from left stick to right stick, or from right to left, but whenever I press it, my avatar doesn't really run. So yeah. So let's wait and see how the sunset looks. Clouds are still a bit wobbly here and there. And I also wonder why they always seem to be like semi-transparent and not really volumetric like maybe the clouds in Horizon Zero Dawn or in Sea of Thieves, which has really nice clouds. And yeah, I seem to see some cloud shadows here on the surface, which is also pretty nice, and the shadows are also pretty nice. This game has a lot of technical stuff that really sets it apart from other games in PlayStation VR. We just got, oh, there you see the fringes back. I don't know why. I don't know why it's happening so much in daylight, but not during the night. Maybe I'm totally wrong about this. Maybe it's just this reflection lighting effect that sets it apart from the environment. Maybe this is what I'm confusing with fringing. It looks strange if you look at the trees and the spaceship. It looks a bit strange. I don't know. Maybe they can work on that. So the sun is behind the clouds now, so we won't have a pretty sunset, or sunrise in that case. But the colors are pretty nice, and the atmosphere, of course, is fantastic. And the grass is still jittering. Yeah, it's still jittering. Maybe it's not as much as it was before, especially in the focus area here. But you can see it when I'm looking at it, you know, how the jitter suddenly disappears for a bit. Yeah, could be better. There's also a nice translucency effect on the leaves and stuff, so this is, yeah, you give a bit, you take a bit with this game. Technically it's still fantastic. And yeah, waiting for the sunset here, probably behind those trees. If they are trees, they could be anything. Maybe they are sentient beings that talk to each other. There you go. Nice bright sunshine. We missed the sunrise. But yeah, during the daylight the grass is much more jittery than during the night. It's really not easy to look at it. But this here is like Jurassic Park, you know, you come into this scenery and then you see all these animals going where they want to go, doing what they want to do during the day, and you see the lighting and you see all this reflecting stuff. Really, really nice. Well, that's it. Latest look at latest update on PlayStation VR2. I hope you enjoyed it. And see you next time, when I'm gonna do probably a bit of this cave exploring. That looks interesting there, this huge flower or what it is. But those cloud shadows are they new? I don't seem to remember that they had cloud shadows before, you know, that when the clouds turn the landscape darker because they cast a shadow when they're in front of the sun. Anyway, this is Officer Hammer signing out.